Hi, I'm Cyprian, a render programmer, and today I want to show you how to customize the post-processing materials' render resolution. As you know, when post-processing materials are applied, these are rendered at the final resolution output. So for a 1080p output, the pixel shader is called 1920 by 1080 times, which is approximately 2 million times. While this may be okay if you have plenty of materials or if you have a much more expensive material and want to optimize it by reducing the number of pixel shader calls, you'll want to render these effects at a much smaller resolution, like half the width height of the final resolution. To achieve this, you'll need to modify the engine. To do this, you'll first need to build Unreal from sources. I will not cover how to do that here as there are plenty of tutorials on the matter. I put a link in the description to the differences file you'll need to apply to UE551. I also tested with 544 and it works, and it probably works with a few earlier versions as well. Basically, what these modifications do is they scale the intermediate textures being created for post-processing. Basically, I made a new console variable which is called post-processing.textureScaling, which will control the intermediate textures resolution. However, the input scene color texture is kept at the same resolution because it comes from other post-processing effects in the pipeline, and the output remains the same because it's the back buffer. So, in order to achieve our downscale, we need two extra pass-through passes. One to downscale the frame buffer to our target resolution, and after our effects, one to upscale the results. The workflow here is to specify a scale like 0.5, which will multiply both width and height with 0.5 and result in a texture with 4 times less pixels, so the pixel shader will run theoretically 4 times faster. I set up a project here, which you can download by the way, link in the description, that does just that with a very heavy distortion shader. I have the distortion shader here as the second pass, and the first and the third materials are just a pass-through material, which looks like this. Just a simple get the last post-processing texture and put it to emissive. Also make sure is blendable is set to false, so you actually get two passes. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have the pass-through passes before and after, and in the middle the effect we're rendering at half res. If we have more effects, file them in the middle. By default, it's running in full resolution. And now, to set our scaling with the new console variable I created, just type post-processing.textureScaling 0.5. Now it runs at half resolution, which will make this material run 4 times as fast. And the results seem similar. You can even go a little crazy on it with a factor of 0.01 and make a pixelated blocky effect if you wish. Now, here I have the performance comparison for this effect on my RX 7900 XT. With a 4K native resolution, the effect takes approximately 11.5 milliseconds. And with the downscale, it takes 2.9 milliseconds. Also note the downscale and upscale passes are just 20 and 65 microseconds. Okay, so that was it. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you learned here, please like, share, and subscribe. I also make an interesting plugin called the Asset Downgrader, which can downgrade assets all the way back to 427, so check that out if you work on previous Unreal versions. Thanks, bye bye.